Ellipse. In the curve menu, we can find the ellipse right here. And in the toolbar, we can find it right here. Let's open up the toolbar for the ellipse. And there we have from center, diameter, from focus points, around curve, from corners, and deformable. Center and radius. This option is very simple. I'll use grid snap to make it easier. And I start the ellipse command from center radius. I give it the center point. And then I can give it the radius. And then the second radius, forming the elliptical shape. Now remember that I just hit right click to start again, give it the center. Now I type 4 for the first radius, and type 3 for the second radius. So you can either use the mouse or type in the dimensions. From diameter, here we give it the diameter instead of the radius. So this is the width and this is the height. So by inputting these two diameters, we end up with our ellipse. We can type it in the command line, 12. By whatever dimension we want. Let's type in 16. And there's our 12 by 16 unit ellipse. From focal points, here we provide two focal points, and then we define the distance between those points to form the ellipse. First focal point, second focus, and then we define the distance between those focus. And the farther away we get, the rounder it gets. The closer we are, the more elliptical it gets. Now we have the around curve option, where we can choose a curve, and we can place an ellipse perpendicular to the point that we choose. I'm going to choose the quad snap right there. And as you can see, these are perpendicular to that point placed on the curve. Now ellipse by corner. This allows us to create an ellipse by defining the corners of the rectangular area that it would occupy. So the first corner can be here, and the second corner can be there. Now, if we draw a rectangular curve, we can see that we can use this as a reference and notice that the north, south, east, and west points, the quadrants of the ellipse, touch the rectangle perfectly. Deformable. This option will create an ellipse that is fully deformable based on the options that are set in the command line. Right now, let's see what the result is. Here's an ellipse created using the deformable option. If I show the control points, here we can see that we can choose these points now. This one, for example, this one, and this one, and I can now scale, and notice that I get no kinks or hard points. Everything is can be softly edited, and we can create very nice, interesting shapes with this option. Let's get rid of this one here. Let's go to another one and look at the command line. Point count 16. So if I change the number to double and create a new one, now this one is going to have that many points, and it's also deformable. Now I can make one with 8, and now we have the 8 points.